going on, y'all? About to check out this video from David Wackman with his whack self. He over here, guess. I bet you could guess. I don't even gotta tell you. Put it in the comment section. I'll give you a few seconds. Put it in the comments. If you guessed talked about Trump, you was right. I don't know how you could have got that wrong. Him crying about Trump is like his daily ritual. In fact, it's his hourly ritual. I've never seen someone put out 8 videos in a day about one person until David Wackman. Let's check out what he has to say about Trump. Hear him cry. Don't forget to hit the hype button, the like button, and drop some comments and subscribe if you haven't. Crazy.
Anytime somebody says, do you realize how they are screwing you? Just about everybody has a bunch of ideas. Yes, they're screwing us in this way or that way, price gouging or controlling. I want to explain a few less commonly discussed ways in which the average person is being screwed by American institutions, and the current White House has zero interest in doing a damn thing about it. It's going to be up to us to figure this stuff out.
Is he standing in front of a green screen? This is a green screen house? Oh, that's different. He moving wild. I don't never want to do that.
One of the things in general that American institutions have become very good at is making you and me pay for costs that should belong to a corporation or to the government. You pay either with your money, with your time, with your risk, and sometimes even with your right to defend yourself. And you might be going, David, this is very vague. This is abstract. Please give me something concrete. Let me explain. One example is customer service. A company bills you incorrectly or loses your package or keeps charging you for a service that you've canceled. You spend hours navigating phone trees, AI customer service, repeating your story, trying to get the mistake corrected. Automation is in there, and it's all a huge mess. And
my man, what the hell are you talking about? Oh my gosh, this guy's so boring, bro. He's boring. He's desperate. This is insane. I would rather watch paint dry. I'm doing this for y'all. Y'all my boys, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue!
Bunch of y'all might not get that reference. But yeah, fam, this dude is trash. Like, he is a cornball standing in front of a green screen crying. I've never seen nothing like this.
And the company has no concern whatsoever about the fact that the error they made is costing you time, money, and frustration. You are providing unpaid labor, and it's part of their business model. Either they are paying to resolve these issues, or you are. And the more time that's required of you, that saves them money. They've outsourced, or you could put it a different way, they have socialized the customer service. This gets us to forced arbitration. You might take a job, or open an account somewhere, or you click accept on terms and conditions, and there's pages of legal language, and it might eliminate your right to sue or eliminate your right to join a class action. Now, arbitration can be faster and cheaper than going to court, but choosing it after a dispute is very different than a corporation saying, you've got to accept that you will never sue us before you even know what we might do wrong. And if a company improperly takes $20 from 1 million customers, almost no one is going to fight alone. But you've got to, and so if you're the corporation, you want to prevent those 1 million people you screw out of $20 each from getting together to fight you. Make them eat.
Who's the corporation? Your book company? Who are you saying is the corporation, dude? As you sell us stuff. Who? This guy here, man. The used car salesman that tells you all the other car dealerships are trying to take advantage of you and take over your mind in order to get you to buy his car.
Each arbitrate against you individually, which obviously puts the company at a huge advantage and the individual at a disadvantage. which gets us to item number 3. Businesses outsource staffing risk. A restaurant or a retailer can't perfectly predict demand. So workers are going to get schedules at the last minute, or they are told you have to be available even though we won't guarantee you hours. You have to give us that you'll hold your schedule open, but we're not necessarily going to give you hours for which you will get paid. You might lose shifts, meaning you lose compensation.
What is your point? Now we talking about working at restaurants. Where the hell is he going on this journey? I don't want to follow him down this journey. Fam, I'm about to just look at the picture. What's in the picture in the background? What's going on? He got more going on within that frame than what's going on in his brain. That was nice. I go in front. That was bars.
The business needs flexibility, but you pay the price as the employee for the flexibility that the business needs. And when you make employees reserve their time, even though you're guaranteed nothing, you essentially are becoming an unpaid insurance policy for the business. Government does a very similar thing. Government gives private companies captive customers. Families paying to communicate with prisoners who are in jails and prisons are forced to pay exorbitant rates in many states. Some states are dealing with this. Exorbitant rates to private companies for the phone services that they provide to the inmates. Or drivers.
I don't care. It's not paradise. What are you talking about? This ain't a vacation, nigga. Like, I care how much you gotta pay to make a phone call? I don't. I truly do not.
On privatized toll roads, or borrowers dealing with government contractors rather than the government itself. Taxpayers navigating completely unnecessary tax filing complexity, which is a boon to the tax prep software industrial complex. There's no competition when that is taking place. And so what you're doing is you're taking government coercion with private profit. Who gets screwed? It's the average person. Now, let me give you the kind of final example, and then I want to tie some themes together. We as taxpayers, when there's a new road or a road that gets repaired, or broadband infrastructure is being installed, or a stadium is being built, or utilities are coming in, or there's development for new pharmaceuticals, we are subsidizing all of that stuff. Sometimes we're subsidizing it as taxpayers. Sometimes we're subsidizing it as customers. But then once it's all done, we also pay in order to use what came from it through user fees and all of that sort of stuff. Now, I'm not saying user fees are illegitimate necessarily. And you might have a situation where there's public financing of new infrastructure, so the taxpayers pay, but then there's maintenance over the period of time. So then we kind of pay again by paying a toll or a user fee or whatever. But this is supposedly what certainly Republicans don't want, which is that there is a socialization of a lot of the costs, but then the profits still flow to private institutions. It's framed as a partnership. The public is going to be partnering with government and a private industry to build something. Well,
oh my gosh, just jibber jabbing, bro. Oh my gosh, I don't even think he's trying to make a point anymore. I truly don't. He's just saying a bunch of nonsense. Like, what are you talking about? And how does this make Trump evil? Why did you connect this to him? Why is this connected to Trump? I don't understand. This guy's crazy.
Is it a partnership? We're just paying for it. And then we are going to support its continued existence and maintenance also by paying user fees. Damn, that's not really sounding very good. Now, what often is the case is that if you pay attention to like town meetings where these sorts of projects are discussed, individually, they all look kind of normal. It's like, well, in this particular case, I guess it makes sense that the taxpayers would fund it. And I guess it makes sense that the taxpayers would also pay user fees to use it. But if you zoom out, you see the big picture or a very consistent pattern, which is companies make mistakes, the public pays to correct it. Company faces uncertainty, the public absorbs the uncertainty. Government creates the customer.
I was gonna say, if you don't get to your point, I could tell you just trying to fill up space so you could get more money in ad revenue. Like, is this scripted? Did you actually think about what you wanted to say? Or did you just go, you know what? Let me throw this green screen on. I got this. I'm going to fuel the Trump hate. Yo, he ain't say a damn thing that made sense yet. Or is it just the way that he gives information is so trash? I don't even think he has any information, really.
A middleman collects the revenue. The public finances the foundation, and then private owners get to keep all of the profits. Republicans will often come in and go, no, this is the way these arrangements have to be because there's a private company involved. There's no other way to convince a private company to.
Yeah, this dude's garbage. You said, I don't get how anyone would want to watch David Wackman. He's so boring. I would not make it through the video without your commentary. Word, he's boring as hell. And thank you. I appreciate that. Real talk. I'm happy I could help y'all get through this.
Do it. But there's really no market there that justifies that being the way that it has to be. Now, the unfortunate, I would love to be able to say, but Democrats are awesome on this issue. And not really. Democrats will often just regulate around the edges. And it's the same middlemen, but they'll just go, well, you can't make quite as much money off of it. I don't know if that's so good. And so what you end up with is two parties that take industry money and then they treat all of the circumstances I just described as unrelated problems. Now, I think the answer is really reciprocity. Corporate mistakes should be costly to the corporations. Arbitration should only be chosen after a dispute if everybody agrees, all right, arbitration actually makes sense here to every party. If you are a reserve worker, and in some industries it is this way, if you're on reserve, if you have to be on call or ready, you should be compensated for that. And in a lot of salary, or not salaried, there are many jobs in which that is the case, but there are too many in which it is not. And if you're a contractor with captive customers, you should still be subject to pricing rules. It can't be hey, we're effectively a government set up monopoly.
Damn, if you don't actually say a point, I swear, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is, yo, this is like torture. Oh. If you ever need answers from a spy, just play his videos, man. I'm telling you, the spy gonna lose his mind and tell you everything that you need to know. They gonna set the record straight. Cause he ain't. That had multiple meanings just now. I ain't even mean to do that on purpose. I'm tired of him. I ain't even gonna give him no more chances. I'm sick of him. Fam, tell me what you think down in the comment section. Why did he tie anything that he just said to Trump? I don't understand. Was it just to get the quota out? He's like, yo, listen, they expect 8 videos today hating on Trump. I'm only at number 7. This gonna be number 8. Put his face on the cover. Like, insane. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, hype button, and share the video. Subscribe if you haven't, drop some comments. And more importantly, if you want to watch me live stream, I've been doing that on Kick exclusively for now. You know, we don't know how long though. Go and follow me on Kick if you want to come hang out with us. That's kick.com/internet exposed gaming. I hope I got that right. I'm high.